This is Show Me Your Shack, a look at ham shack photos received during late February and early March. Tom Wayne, WB8N, sent us this photo from the Cuyahoga Amateur Radio Society Club station at Copley Fairlawn Middle School in Copley, Ohio. The club works with students at the radio club station WA8CMS. Here, Gary Dewey, NI8Z of CARS, is logging on to the computer. CARS members help the students at WACMS work the school club roundup. Together they worked a total of 127 stations, including a few DX stations from both Europe and Canada. Here, Josh, KD8VNZ, a student at Copley Fairlawn, operates the ASU FT990. The club puts 100 watts into a vertical antenna on the roof of the school. Rich, a WB4EHG, sent us this photo featuring a Kenwood TS690S HF transceiver and numerous VHF-UHF rigs for local operation. He uses a Heil ProSet Elite. The receive audio is a custom setup that combines all of his HF rigs into one output and compensates for his hearing loss. Gary, NC3Z of Davidsonville, Maryland, uses a Directive Systems 5-element 6-meter Yagi, an 8-element 20 to 10-meter log periodic at 62 feet, and full-size dipoles for 160 through 40 meters. Here's a wide view of Gary's shack where he runs an FTDX 5000 MP with an SD IQ receiver as a pan adapter. It's connected to the transceiver's 9 megahertz IF output. And here's a close-up of the radios. He operates the IC7200 and a vintage Drake TR7 as well as the FTDX 5000. He uses the Heil PR22 for great audio and has a couple of dedicated PCs to run the SDR and DX Labs software. Joe, W1XWX, sent us this photo. He uses a Flex 3000 rig and an ICOM IC7000. His microphone's a PR781. He also operates an ICOM 7200 and an LDG IT100. They both run on battery power in the garage. John, W3END, sends us this shack photo. He's been a ham for 38 years and currently holds a general class license. He plans to go for his extra this year. He has an Alinco SR8T transceiver, a Yaesu FT7800, a Kenwood TS7800, and several other rigs. For antennas, he uses a Hustler 5B TV vertical and a Diamond X50. Well, Tom, KC9UDA, and Shelley, KC9VEQ, own this nice shack. They run a Kenwood TS2000 barefoot and use a Heil PR781 microphone. Their antennas include a G5RV and a Comet 2-meter and 440 vertical. Tom's the net controller for the weekly Northwood ARES net, which covers 2 counties in northwestern Wisconsin. And here's their trusty guard dog to make sure no one breaks in to steal their radio equipment. Peter, PD0HHG in Amsterdam, sends this picture of his small living room shack. He uses an iMac 27-inch computer with a Flex Radio 6500. He has an ICOM IC92E D-Star radio, a Heil PR781 and BM10 headset, as well as several other receivers and scanners. Gary, W6RYO, sent us a link to a Dropbox full of photos. Here's a wide view of his shack with the spare parts supply to the left. This is a closer view of his operating system. A vintage Globe Scout transmitter from the 1950s can be seen to the left beside several new ICOM rigs. And this is a view of Gary's antenna. Doug, Ka0MHJ, sends a photo of his daughter Ruth, who just passed her technician exam at the Hiawatha Amateur Radio Club RF Fest in Perry, Iowa. He also congratulates his son Richard, KD0RDS, who just earned his extra license. Well, Brian, KC1MAC, sent this photo of his ham shack. The signature line on his email reads, "Hams don't let other hams get stuck on 2 meters." And here's the shack of Travis, KC9TWX. He uses an ICOM 706 MK2G and several ICOM 2-meter and 440 rigs also. He runs Mirage amplifiers for both 2 and 6 meters. He works slow scan TV and also does some 2-meter work. Travis says they are never too young to start learning ham radio. Here's a collage of photos of his 16-month-old daughter Lily giving his equipment the once-over. And that's it for the latest shack photos. We'd like to show your photos here on Ham Nation. So to make sure we do, send them to Ham Nation Videos at twit.tv. For guidelines, please do check out hamnationvideos.info.